Yes, my name's Steve.
I'm here against my will.
Sir, you watched that movie, so you have to talk about it as well.
No.
But today we are finally doing another Kaiju movie review, like a lot of people have been asking for.
No.
Because we found a new movie that came out. Well, new as in 2005, but released stateside.
This is where I just need to find that gif of Kevin Hart in a car with Bruce Willis. No. Hell no. No.
But anyways, we're going over the movie Deep Sea Monster Reigo, or also known as Reigo the Deep Sea Monster versus Battleship Yamato.
Versus trash. Versus garbage. Oh, I'm sorry.
You're supposed to talk about the movie and then give your opinion. No, this movie's horrible. Is it really the worst movie I've ever seen?
It's got to be, for me, it's got to be the second worst movie. Because you know why? I finished this trash. I didn't finish Dragon Wars.
You know, I think that's the one thing that's, like, saving this movie for me for some other ones. Because, like, it never made it to theaters. Dragon Wars, I went to pay to go watch in theaters.
I did too. I walked out and I switched over to Resident Evil.
And
such a better investment. It was first Resident Evil, so.
No, I think it was third. It was the third one at that time.
Was it?
I'm pretty sure it was 3. And 3's like debatable. Like you debatably got a better movie out of it.
If it was the third one, I don't know.
Because that movie was something that never should have made it off the Sci-Fi Channel. But it got released in theaters. So I feel like I'm a little bit more harsher towards that movie. There's something like this, which is more of like an independent film.
I'm kind of okay with it because it is independent film, so I kind of get, but for love of God, who wrote this and why was this even, who read this, looked at the script and said, good idea, let's do this.
Alright, so essentially from what I can remember from the plot, because it's actually been like 2 weeks since I've watched this movie. Just about, because we've been trying to get to actually sit down and do this video, but it's just been really tough lately. But essentially,
tough, I had no motivation to sit down and talk about this.
It's essentially World War II is happening, like is starting. So kid gets drafted into the war, husband gets drafted into the war, and I like too that like there's the beginning where it's like kind of lighthearted, where he's like joking with his wife about he really wants the kid to have a penis, and then the other kid is sort of in love with this girl, and I don't understand quite.
I don't understand their relationship, what is going on.
Because he's like, I love you, but you're annoying.
It's like one of those.
He's like, you're a little kid, but. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, it was her maturity. She has the maturity of a child. But he's okay with that.
Reminds you of somebody you know upstairs, Steve?
Kevin's not upstairs.
Maturity of a child part.
So you're saying the guy's me and I got drafted?
Yeah. You got drafted into that.
You're probably not wrong, I guess. So, anyways, they end up on a boat. And this boat gets attacked by monsters. Or a monster. Well,
it's hard to explain.
And then this is where the movie kind of gets confusing.
You're okay with it all the way until the Kaiju shows up, and then you're like, everything just gets thrown out the window.
Yeah, so essentially, it's the middle of World War II. Monster shows up. Monster sinks a U.S. boat. Because that's where they get the prisoner. They get like a U.S. prisoner. Because, and this is where like I get confused, because it looks like they kill one of the monsters, but it still attacks the boats afterward. Like, one of the monsters gets killed. Because there's like a bonefish precedes the monster. And it kind of looks like they killed the bonefish, right?
Yeah.
That's what happened. That's what kind of instills the wrath of Reigo. But then there's these little things that attack people on deck.
Which makes no, like, why? Where? Who? What? How?
Yeah, so there's still things that show up before the monster, but we shot the thing? Was it 2 Reigos? So that it might have been 2 Reigos, but like I was legitimately trying to pay attention to this movie. I totally wasn't like this the entire time. I think I made it to the majority of the film, but then I was just like, I started losing track. But this is where I was trying to focus, because I'm like, I want to see the monster and I want to see how good it's gonna look.
Sorry, go ahead, Steve.
So, anyways, monster finally shows up. It's always getting struck by lightning, which seems weird to me.
It reminds me of powered up Godzilla lightning style.
Yeah, so every time the monster shows up, it's getting struck by lightning. You don't get very good shots of it because it's mostly CG and mostly in water. And anytime you actually do get to see it with like the maquette that they had, it's always like weirdly distorted and things are going on. And then the boats look like something from PlayStation 2. I'm being generous saying PlayStation 2 graphics.
100% too, that was PlayStation 2 CGI graphics. They literally recorded that with PlayStation 2.
Like, I guess it was 2005, so would we have the 3? I feel
they
like we could have had PlayStation 3 quality.
So they went to 2.
I just don't understand why they just didn't use props. Like, just freaking RC boat in the water, I think would have been more convincing for me.
Yeah, it would have been a lot better than that shit.
So, for me, a lot of the actions are, like, sort of hard to follow. In a way. But a lot of the action, too, is the monster, like, literally just runs into the boat, boats explode. Runs into the boat, boats explode. Runs into the boat, boats explode. Nothing really actually, like, exciting happens. And then, like, the whole...
You know what? The most exciting thing about this movie was the ending, Steve.
Alright, so we'll spoil it for you. So, warn you in advance, if you really want to watch this movie... Which,
please don't.
Yeah. But their grandmaster plan is that they're going to sort of flood the ship so that they can get it to bend on an axis to shoot towards the water. Because the problem was their cannons could only shoot straight and up, so they were missing the giant monster. Even though they hit the monster the first time, like the other monster with shots.
Thank you, Steve.
But this time we had to devise a plan because nothing could shoot it after that. So they do that. They shoot the monster. Monster starts bleeding to death. So what happens? They all start pelting the monster. But then they feel bad, so they want to let the monster die in peace. Which, that sort of didn't make sense to me, because wouldn't you want to put the monster out of its misery? And wouldn't that be the better thing?
Don't talk about this movie.
Anyways, so that happens. And then they all die. Because it's World War II. And they're Japanese at the end. Oh, and it's like a demon that kills them too. It's like a crushing hand over top of the boats, and some dude's like, yeah, on the deck.
I don't understand. I know there's going to be people that are mad at us probably. They're going to yell at us. I don't even care. Go for it.
I just like that ending. I thought like they killed a monster. Yay. Like, maybe that's like everybody goes back to doing their thing. But then they're like, oh yeah, it's the middle of World War II, so people... That boat doesn't make it. And then you find out, like, the kid was born with the pee-pee. And the girl just goes to the shrine every day. So, major complaints about this movie. One,
everything.
The monsters. I don't know if I want to say it's a bad design, but the way it's presented in the movie, I don't think is very flattering for it.
I can't even say if it's bad design or not, because you don't get to fully see the monster at its best glory, as you might
it's
say.
like you get to see the bad CG, which I'm like 2005. I kind of expected this, but the problem is like we had Final Wars before that.
Yeah,
like we saw some decent CG in that movie. In that movie, you didn't have like that crazy of a budget, which I'm kind of curious what the budget actually is for that. Let's see if it pops up on Wikipedia here. There's a sequel. Oh, there is.
Oh my god.
There's a 2009 follow-up. Oh, that's the one that's going to be coming out. We're going to have another movie to watch.
No. No.
Totally. Sadly, it doesn't have the stuff on here.
Here, what was the name of the movie?
Reigo. No, it's somebody else's review. Stop saying that. Anyway, I just realized what was going on. Like, never mind. That person's review is pretty spot on. Oh, but yeah. So the monster's kind of disappointing. I don't know what the heck the things were that were attacking the top of the boat, but it looks like tiny Reigos. So that's cool. But yeah, no, the character progression and the way just the way the tone of the movie is, it shifts drastically throughout it. So it gives you like a lot of weird vibes. And yeah, like the shooting quality, I guess, like wasn't too bad because it's 2005 and it's an independent movie, so I kind of forgive it for that part. But pretty much the rest of it's just no. It's definitely the worst monster movie I've seen.
There is no budget for this movie.
Like,
I
if we're
can't
going,
find it
like,
anywhere.
traditional kaiju movies, easily the worst thing. Easily. Because Dragon Wars, I don't really consider a giant monster movie. For the most part. Like, it's a sort of a dragon movie that doesn't have dragons. Till the very end.
I want to find this budget. I really want to know how much this budget is on this movie.
Anyways, I guess we'll conclude this. Yeah, just don't watch the movie. It sucks.
Movie sucked. Yeah, there's my
Movie
review of
sucks.
it. God, I can't remember who told me on Instagram not to watch it. It was god awful, and I was like, "Oh no, it's okay." I did it. I think it was Chris. I think it was Chris. If it
Maybe.
was, I'm so sorry.
Like, this
buddy.
is one of those movies, like, it makes the 98 Godzilla movie immensely better. Like, for you people that hate the 98 Godzilla movie, watch this and watch the 98 movie, and you'll appreciate it a lot more.
Micro budget of $20,000 plus.
They had a maquette, though. That thing can't be cheap.
That's what it says. Micro budget of 20,000 plus.
I'm trying to think if I could do better.
Jesus Christ.
We just get a bunch of friends on something that we could, like, borrow somebody's yacht for a day.
Not even a yacht. We can shoot in the bathtub and we'll do a better job.
We're in the bathtub. Just
Yeah.
like, let's do this. With the monsters. I would totally do a skit with that, but that would be weird.
I'm not getting in the bathtub with you, Steve.
You sure? You just wash my back, I'll wash yours.
Oh, I got you. Don't look, senpai.
Oh, I imagined it.
Ah! Cut this video.
Oh, I got a headache now. So what did you guys think of Reigo? Please let us know
What
in
did
the
you guys
comments
think of
section
Steve's
below.
imagination? Let us know in the comment
Oh, it
section.
hurts so bad. And help us to beat those kaijus by hitting that like
You're
button,
sick
subscribe, and
bastard,
come right
Steve.
today. Oh.
Sick bastard.
See you guys in the next video.
Bye-bye.